Good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Anyway, this weekend coming up is a major event is the Puerto Rico Pro slash the World Championship, the World Caribbean Championships. As you know, the Puerto Rico Pro is usually done in Puerto Rico, but because of what is going on with the virus. Issues that the island of Puerto Rico has decided not to have the Puerto Rico Pro in Puerto Rico, so they moved it to Panama, as in not Panama. I'm sorry, in the Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas, where we have this year, and this is going to be the Puerto Rico Pro slash World Caribbean Championships. It's also a Pro Am show, and it's an opportunity for some qualifiers to get their pro cards. There's 7 divisions, but I'm gonna concentrate mostly on 2 divisions that I'm really going on to. That's women's physique and women's bodybuilding. So here I'm start off. Here is the women's bodybuilding. It's only 3 women this year, and this is just kind of disappointing, But I reached out to several other ladies out there, and the big problem is one thing is mostly the cost of travel. Then plus with the virus going around, some of these women, it's hard for them to go to certain countries, especially the women that live overseas. Some have other issues. The virus really messed up the whole lot of the season. It's still going on. It'll probably be for next year before we really see some full shows like it was back in 2019. And like I said, it was only only 3 women this show. Most notably here is the one place as Nadia Capsotto from Italy. Susanna Jacobs from California, and Jennifer Sweeney from Florida. Now, Nadia, she competed as a physique competitor back in 2019. She competed at a couple of shows. I think she competed at Tampa Bay and another show. But she didn't do too well in those shows. I think she placed around 16th, I think, at the Tampa Bay. And I think she placed not too well on another show. So she decided to jump over to women's bodybuilding, which is, a good move. I think she probably, not having, like I often hear that some ladies who don't place too well will often jump over to bodybuilding because it seems like there's more opportunities for them. And I think she has a look to her. She's very attractive, great muscle development. And I think it's a good move for her. There's a possibility, there's a chance for her to maybe even place, maybe even get a chance to go even to the Olympia. But as you know, Susanna Jacobs, who has been competing for quite some time as a bodybuilder, she gained her pro card back in 2018 at the Miss International show at the Chicago Pro. She competed at Chicago Pro and the Rising Phoenix that same year. And she also competed 2019 in a few shows, also the Rising Phoenix. And if you also know, Susanna is a Winter Strength ambassador. And she's going to be, I think, supposed to be competing at the Rising Phoenix show. She might be competing at some other shows, too. There's a good chance that she might be also, if she wins this show, she's get an automatic bye to the Olympia. So it's a good possibility. Now, Jennifer Sweeney, she's competed at the Puerto Rico Pro at 2019. She placed 11th, and she also competed at the Linda Murray show, where she placed 12th. Now, she earned her pro card back in 2018 at the North Americas, and she added the Masters in women's over 35. And, it's good to see that she's coming in step up, where where others are just not good, just being that this is just one of the shows that Puerto Rico Pro is not one of the biggest shows, as I was talking to some of the ladies that mentioned it, but it's still, you think we see more bodies. But this is what really is what I'm going to show you, it's going to kill you. This is the list for women's physique. If you count it, there's over 20-some women in this division. Now, I was talking with the other ladies who are professional bodybuilders. What it is, a lot of women don't want to be bodybuilders. they don't want to, their mindset, they want to trade their femininity over to become a bodybuilder. But here's the thing, most physique women are not that far from female bodybuilders. And the one thing is that the division doesn't have a weight cut. Like maybe back in years ago, back in the early 2000s, when after 99, when there almost was no Miss Olympia, they decided to create the 2 weight divisions, lightweight and heavyweight. So that's what should happen with women's physique. There should be a weight cutoff, something between maybe 155 to 150. If you're over that weight limit, you have to compete at women's bodybuilding. You know, there's no choice, no option at all. You have to compete as a woman bodybuilder if you're over 150, 155. And as I look in the list, a lot of women I don't recognize, but I saw a few names I did recognize. Most notably, one name stood out is one Miss Margarita Zamalova. And if you know anything about Margarita, she has competed as a bodybuilder. Funny. If you remember back in 2020, she competed at the Europa Championships, and she took first place, which earned her a spot at the Olympia. And you know, she was supposed to also compete at the Rising Phoenix that same year, but she skipped the Rising Phoenix and did the Olympia. And then she also competed at the Romanian Muscle Fest in women's bodybuilding. Now she's switching back. Now remember, she also that same year she competed at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic in Physique, but she competed in 3 bodybuilding shows in 1 year. But now she feels the need, she wants to jump back. That's double dipping. You just can't do that. You know, that kills me. She could compete. She could compete in bodybuilding. She can jump over there. She could have a good chance that she might even get another shot at the Olympia if she competed in this show, you know, in bodybuilding division. There's also another lady named Heather Grace. Heather's been competing in physique for quite some time. But Heather, I think she's getting too big for the division. Heather is, you know, she's competed in quite a few Olympias. And also she has competed last year. She did some good places, but some shows she's got places as well, you know. And here, she's right here, this is her with Una. And look at her. She's almost at a bodybuilder level. You can, you know, why not? You're not that far from it. You know, just so we look at her development. And she's, you know, and this is the thing is, like they say, well, I don't want to lose my femininity, but you're not that far from being a bodybuilder. And there's plenty of female bodybuilders who have femininity, who still have the femininity, who's still very, you know, like I saw, look at, you saw Susanna Jacobs, who, if I remember quickly, not that long ago, had a daughter. And then also, there's Tanya Chartrand, no relation to Nikki Chartrand, but she's also Canadian. She has competed as a physique competitor. She competed at the Olympia also. Didn't do too well. And I think she should also switch over to bodybuilding. You know, I'm telling you, there's some women who should think about switching their divisions because they're getting larger. As you know, a while back there was the New York Pro where Trisha Verizon, who took 5th place at that show, and she decided to switch divisions because the fact was she didn't do too well at the New York Pro. She took 5th place. And who won the New York Pro, Leah Denny, was originally a physique competitor. So I think, you know, really, I think by the looks of Tanya, she should really consider it. I think she should say, you know what, maybe just jump over here. There's only 3 competitors, and maybe a good chance that, here's the thing is, good chance that I might possibly get a chance to, you know, go to the Olympia, or a good chance I might win maybe, you know, enough points to make the Olympia, or also get some prize money. Get 2nd and 3rd place, and still get some prize money. So anyway, the Puerto Rico Pro is going to be June 26th to 27th. It's going to be Nassau, Bahamas. More likely, it's going to be on. If you want to watch it, it's going to probably be on pay-per-view. They're going to stream it. I think it's sponsored by Tim Gardner. All you gotta do is go to the Tim Gardner his page. I'll put stuff in the description in the video. And you know, if you want to watch it, check it out. I would say generally support the ladies. And I'm like this, you know, if the ladies who's going to compete the show, be honest with yourself. There's an opportunity to maybe get a shot at Olympia, if not make a little prize money, because there's 20-some women, and a good chance of you. There's gonna be some women like there's only the numbers of women go to up to from 1 to 16. So there's gonna be like 4 or 5 women go tie for 16. But I was talking with the other ladies who are like the ladies who I know that who are competitive bodybuilders. Some ladies are determined. They'd rather take 16th place 4 or 5 times than be a bodybuilder. They rather take that than take the opportunity to maybe become compete in Olympia, or maybe even win a little prize money, or get enough points to make to the Olympia. They rather take that, and that's disappointing. Just because they're afraid of, whatever issue they have with bodybuilding. But like I said, physique is watered down bodybuilding. Most of these women are not that far from bodybuilding. Just a few, just a few pounds, just a few ounces, a few pounds from it, And like I said, there should be a weight cutoff for the physique division. Like it was back in the day. Like the physique division should be like lightweight. Should be lightweight cut off. If you're over, like I said, if you're over 155 pounds, like that, you should, if you're over the lightweight limit, you cannot compete as a physique competitor. You have to go to bodybuilder. Anyways, you may always George Page, aka the Emperor of female bodybuilding talk. Don't subscribe. I'm out.